We're A-Game, a 100% Black-owned company with an all-natural product and world-class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A-game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hi everybody. Thank you, Miss Celine, for jumping it off. Said Lolo is one of the few women I can feel bad for. She supposedly wasn't out there whoring herself out and did all of the quote unquote right things, but no results. We're gonna take a look at Miss Lolo Jones's life, cause something ain't right. The math ain't mathing. Math ain't mathing with Lolo. How's everybody doing? Y'all missed a fan? I got something to tell you. Bam! We're going to talk about Miss Lolo Jones. For those of you who are unaware of who she is, Lolo is a former Olympian and athlete. She has done both the Summer and Winter Olympics over the years. And she's popular for that, but she's also popular for her status as a virgin in her love life. And while on the surface, it all looks like, oh, poor Lolo, something's not right. Something don't smell right with Miss Lolo. Some don't smell right with her. And because she's 40, never been chosen. This is a cautionary tale for specifically young women in this world, because we're going to peel back a couple of layers with Miss Lolo. We're going to peel back some layers with her. First thing I want to do is I want to read a quick article. I guess I'll go ahead and share the screen. Let me put this down. We'll go ahead and share the screen here. Let me see. Okay. Olympian Lolo Jones starts IVF treatments, fears she's running out of time to start a family. Olympian Lolo Jones announced that she started in vitro fertilization treatments. The Olympic bobsledder and hurdler posted a video to her Instagram on Wednesday where she shows a personal look into the process and says that she really wants a family and has waited for her husband for so many years. you know what? I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna resist the urge to come back and cook because this is problematic. Terrified. 15 days before I turned 40. Nothing has scared me more than feeling like I'm running out of time to have a family. I originally wanted to freeze my eggs when I was in my early 30s. I just kept thinking I'll meet my husband and things will all work out. Jones wrote in the caption. Well, here I am almost 10 years later and it hasn't, with my anxiety increasing daily to know if I can even have kids. Jones also revealed that she is indeed still fertile. They first checked my AMH levels, which showed I had great egg reserve for my age, 3.2. Praise God, she's fertile. So now that I look eligible to start the egg freezing process, my journey began, she wrote. Jones also encouraged other women to do the same. See, this is problematic right here. She encouraged other women to do the same, not don't follow in my footsteps, everybody, because I messed up. You don't want to be me. No, she says, you know what? I want to encourage women to check into this earlier. Not every woman is the same. You can be 35 years old and have the egg count of someone who's 25, or you can be 25 and already losing your eggs at a high rate. We're going to show her video. Continuing, she wrote, if you know you want to start a family but just can't do it now, maybe for career reasons or you don't have a husband, look into freezing your eggs. See, that's problematic. We'll get into why. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make straight your path. Jones, who is Christian, has been very vocal about being a virgin and not having sex until she's married. She's opened up about the struggles of dating on her Instagram. Tonight, I blocked the guy that I was talking to for 8 months. My heart just couldn't take it anymore, she shared. He gave me so many mixed signals. He would talk about marriage and kids, but then keep me in the friend zone. He would never make time to see me. My heart is so heavy. Continuing, she wrote, I have continually asked God to honor me with a godly man. I prayed for years and with many tears for God, please allow me to find my husband. I even prayed if God didn't want me to be married to remove the desire from my heart. But as the years grew, I want to be married more and desire badly to have a family of my own. And I just keep getting my heart broke. Instead of asking God to help fix her with whatever's going on internally that's preventing her from that path. You see how that's a different thing? Anyway, I'm going to finish. It's not too much longer. I get teased all the time because I won't have premarital sex. Guys will direct message me that I'm old, I'm washed up and should just put out already. So I'm just crying out, where are you, God? Your words say, John 14:14, if you ask me anything in my name, I will do it. She wrote, I'm asking God to please honor the desire of my heart. Your word says 2 are better than 1. Ecclesiastes 4:9-12 says, I'm just asking God to honor my heart because faith is hurting right now. Tired of getting teased. I'm asking God, my Father, my protector, my provider, please show up. Please honor me. Now, before I come back to you guys, I'm going to go to her Instagram. I'm going to refresh it. Okay. So we are going to stop sharing and we're going to come back. Miss Lolo Jones is problematic, y'all. She's problematic. This is why she's problematic. Because Lolo got caught in a couple of traps. The first trap that Lolo got caught in is the pretty privilege trap. Lolo got caught in the pretty privilege trap. Lolo got caught in, I'm pretty. I got a body. Thank you, Audrey. Say, hello, Kendra. I need one-on-one coaching. How can I get in contact with you? Best way to get in contact with me is through my email. Thank you, Tracy. The first thing that she got caught up with is I'm pretty. I'm gorgeous. I got a body. I'm young. I'm a virgin. Now, see, all of that will work in her favor in her 20s, her early 20s, late teens, early 20s, all of that works in her favor. All of that, being pretty, being in shape, not being out there in the streets, and all of that type of stuff, that is all a plus for her. Then, it's weird at 40. Okay? It's weird at 40, baby. It's cool at 20, 21, 22, 23. Like, that stuff is cool. Hey, Dane. Say, hey, Kendra. You're one of the shining lights on YouTube. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Okay? She got caught up in pretty privilege. I'll always have the pick of the litter of men. So I don't need to think about men or to bother with men right now. I'm busy being an athlete. I'm busy, bobsledding and running track and field and doing all this other. I'm doing me. Thank you, Too Tall. I'm doing me. I'm doing what I want to do with my life. She has not learned any lessons. In that article, she's talking about how women can actually do what she did. Instead of using herself as a cautionary tale. Like, listen, I put career in front of everything. I put my desires of wanting to be an athlete and all of those types of things when I was young, when it mattered that I was a virgin, when it mattered that I was beautiful, when it mattered that I had a body, and it mattered. You can't tell me that in 20 years, from age 20 to age 40, that there has not been one man, not one man. I don't care what race he was. I don't care what culture. I don't care what ethnicity. I don't care who this man was. But you cannot tell me that in a 20-year span that there has not been a single eligible man with values who was upstanding or any of that who ever approached Lolo to choose her as his wife. You mean to tell me in 20 whole years? Nobody? Not one man was worthy? Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Nino. So definitely appreciate your perspectives on our community. You are needed more than you know. Peace be unto you. Thank you so much. You meaning to tell me that that woman, as pretty as she was, a lot of people would rate her about a 7 or 8, probably an 8. Thank you again, Dane. Said she became too obsessed with winning a gold medal. She got caught in these issues. I'm pretty. I'm telling you, pretty privilege got her. That's why I named it How Pretty Masculine Women Hit the Wall. See, just because you fine, just because you can be a man's arm candy, just because you know what I'm saying, you can put on a slinky dress and be cute in it and have your hair done and put on your makeup and put on your heels and all of this type of stuff. Men appreciate the external value of that. Men appreciate the external beauty that a woman come with. Okay, we got that squared away. She checks that box. She's gonna look pretty on some man's arm. Thank you, Kevin. Said Lolo could have sacrificed a bit of career at 30 to get a husband and at least one kid before age 40. IVF looked like a rough deal. It does. Okay? Men will appreciate that packaging. She got the packaging. You can't tell me she don't got the packaging. She might not be every man's cup of tea, but she got the package. Right? Thank you again, Miss Celine. So I wish churches had matchmaking events. She got the package, but what's going on inside of her? See, she was able, and we just gonna take her word for it because we don't know what she's done or not done in the bedroom. But I can almost believe that she is a virgin. Okay? I can almost believe that. Here's why. Because the level of chaos that come through in a woman when she doesn't meet that biological need permeates through every other aspect of her life. It permeates. The level of negative chaos, because we have positive chaos as well, chaos that's necessary to us as women. We can't completely discard it. However, sex is a biological need that we have to meet if we're capable of it, if we're physically capable. It's okay to have a set of values, and we're going to get to her values. It's okay to have a set of values that says, I don't want to have premarital sex. I'm going to wait until I have a husband. But if you're going to take that approach, wouldn't it have been more prudent to put the career back or at least shorten it? It's an athletic career. That's got about a good 10 years tops, especially when you're talking about Olympics. That only happens every 4 years anyway. So she overextended her athletic career. But just because she had a career didn't mean that she couldn't be married. So if no premarital sex is a strong value of yours as a woman, and you say, I for sure am not going to have any premarital sex, I'm going to be married. The person that breaks my virginity is going to be my husband. Kudos to that. I don't have any problem with that. I agree with that value 100%. Thank you, 111 Lord, said Abraham and Sarai. Exactly. I am rocking with that 100%. However, you're going to have to make getting a husband a priority though. See, that's even so with the Muslims. You got to get married. Okay, we don't want you out here in these streets as a Muslim. Okay, in the street, knocking stuff down, getting knocked down. Okay, we got you. So we cannot wait until you 30 to try to look for you no husband. We got to do that at 19 or 20 because you only going to sit on that thing so long. Let's be real. You only going to sit on that thing for so long because it's going to be somebody that's got the juice to get you up off of it. Get up off of that thing. Okay? They going to make you get up off that thing. You be like, okay, I'm tooting this up. I'm sorry, Lord. I tried to hold on, but this one right here, He got too much masculinity. He is too much. It's either don't be around him or the next time I come around him, the panties is going to be around my ankles. It is what it is. It is what it is. This one got what it take. You can't tell me she ain't ran into that man that was eligible, that was worthy. Thank you, Hollow. Say you are medicine. Keep curing us with this good dope. You're welcome. And thank you so much. It is what it is. She's not even seeing to that need in the way it need to be seen to. Because even if she messing around, let's say with a woman or something like that, or whatever, that is not the same. That ain't the same. I can't imagine that that's the same. Thank you so much, Norrin. I cannot imagine that that is the same thing. Okay? Because that is not a man. And whoever the woman is ain't got what a man got. I don't care what she bought and put on herself. She don't got what no man got. At what point, what has Lolo Jones been doing? What's she been doing? She been around here wasting time. Sitting on the dock of the bay. Wasting time. That's what she been doing. She been sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Thank you. Wouldn't you like to know? Said, seems in Lolo's eyes, nobody was good enough for her. In 20 years, I call cap. I call the same cap. Because, see, those cards she was holding on to only last so long. That virgin card get weird after your 20s. I'm sorry. Because the reason why I get weird is because, okay, so no man is good enough? Where are you looking at, sis? So you mean to tell me that ain't no circle that y'all been in? Thank you, Sri. So she could have got a youth pastor in a week. So nobody is eligible. Nobody's worthy. Every man that came to her, it was something wrong with him. It was something wrong with him, Lolo. This is the part that these chicks don't like, because you have all this value, and in the first place, in the early part of your life, you have all of this value. You got beauty, you got fertility, you got your youth, you got your virginity in her case, things of that nature. All of that. Men are checking for you. You cannot tell me that no man was checking. They was checking. They was checking. They was looking. They was trying to holler. They was trying to talk to her. They was trying to come through and be like, Lolo, I'm the man for you. Come on. They were trying to choose her for a wife. How many men did she turn away after they came to her to choose her, and she didn't allow herself to be chosen by those men? Because at one point, she kicked it with Russell Wilson. Now, he's a self-proclaimed Christian also. What happened? You mean to tell me he found more wifely qualities in Sierra? And I'm not knocking Sierra. It is what it is, right? But he found more wifely quality in Sierra. Baby mama had a baby with Future. She can't stop twerking on Instagram. Had kids by her. But Lolo couldn't lock Russell Wilson down? What did she think? You lame? What was he not? What was it? Just not my type. You ain't got time for all of that. And that's the trap. When pretty women, but you masculine. See, she thought that that virgin card was going to help her be portrayed to the public light as a traditional woman. But reserving your sex is only one part of that. Not being out here for the streets is only one part of that. Where now at 40, she don't got no experience with men. She don't got no experience with men. What man has she learned how to take direction from him? What man has she learned, you know what? This is how you accept a man's 4 P's. She had a father that she grew up with. He was not estranged. From everything that she say, he was supportive of her throughout her career and everything. And you want a husband, but you made your career your priority. You claim spirituality, but you don't understand or never had a grasp on what the family value was all about. You put your profession, your leisure, and your wealth at the top. Now, what value system does that? Because I'm going to go on a break, and then we going to break down this value system issue. I'm going to tell you why Lolo Jones is 40 on Instagram crying about IVF. Crying that the boat has sailed. That ship has sailed. Because the ship did sail. Now, will she be able to perhaps find somebody? It's going to take some doing. Doing that she has not already learned how to do in 40 years of living. So, after these messages, we'll be right back.
Look, I'm black guy. Hello, how may I help you?
Hey, Habibi, look, my hang low ain't working like it's supposed to. You got any of them sex pills?
May I randomly suggest one of these generic products?
Nah.
You should take the A game, little bro.
Bling bling for the ding ding.
Nah.
You shouldn't be taking that poison, little bro. Here, try one of mine.
Yes, right.
A game will make a girl give you her credit card number.
It is very true.
Plus, it's an all-natural solution for men. Not like these gas station pills gonna make your manhood shrivel up and fall off.
Oh my golly, he's right. A-game is an all-natural solution for men. And you take it and it give you energy and libido and your vitality will be out the roof.
I feel it kicking in already. I'm gonna go home and show my girl.
Okay, but don't forget to drink 16 to 32 ounces of water.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, look who brought their A game.
And that A is for apocalypse, cause I'm about to blow your back up. Ow!
Ooh, I love it when you bring your...
Welcome back. See, Lolo's story isn't the typical story. Oh, she been for the streets. That's why she can't get no man. She been with this one, and she been with that one, and she been with that one, and she been with that one, and she been in a whole countless other men that you never saw her with. And so now she's worn out. Now she's done whoring around. Now she want a man to come clean up. No, see, that's not her story. And that's the worst part of it. Thank you, Miss Audrey. So sorry for being off topic, but what is your email? Somebody put my email in the chat for Miss Audrey. See, the fact that that's not her story makes it worse, actually. Because sexually, she hasn't been out in the streets. Whatever she been doing, we don't know about it. It ain't public. She didn't pop up with no kids. She didn't pop up in the tabloids with it or any of that. She managed not to do that part. But that wasn't good enough. And I'm going to tell you why. Thank you. Eugene said the weird part about Lolo was that she was surrounded by athletic masculine men when she was competing in these events. Was Lolo specific about what she was looking for? See, that's part of the issue. I'm glad you brought that up, Eugene, and thank you so much. See, you're in these circles where these men are that I'm sure are looking at you, not only sexually, but they interested. But why back off? The number one reason why the men who have approached her, because see, she want us to believe it ain't never been no men that was ever around that she could, be chosen by. That's cap. That is cap. That is complete cap. That is not real. That is not real. Okay? That's what we have to understand. That part is cap completely. Thank you. I can't say your name. I'm sorry. Cam, I'm sorry. So Lolo is an angel sent from God. There are many women on this planet in her situation. But the math didn't math. Okay? The number one issue, I want everybody to put a 1 in the chat if you want to know the number one reason why Lolo Jones is crying on Instagram about IVF now at 40. Talking about she running out of time. Because she didn't ever think she would run out of time. She did not. And while we doing that, bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to So we got 377 awesome likes. Let's go ahead and get the other, 500 people to like the show. Thank you so much. All right, we got a bunch of ones. The number one reason why Lolo Jones never was chosen by a man is because she straddles the fence between this value system and that value system. She straddles the fence between this value system, thank you, Japan, and this value system. See, she was trying to be part of both those worlds. And that ultimately worked against her because she tried to portray that I'm this woman that lives up to a 10 life value kind of value system. I value my spiritual above all others. That's why I'm a virgin. That's why I'm not going to have premarital sex with anybody. That's why, I pray all the time. I probably go to church a lot, read my Bible, all of this sort of thing. Thank you again. Sri says she's a control freak and likely fears intimacy. She probably do fear it at this point. And I've got all of these good, wholesome, good girl qualities. I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl. I'm Lolo Jones. I've never had a man. Boop! Knock it off. Thank you, When You Like to Know. Thank you so much. Thank you, D. So remember, Lolo popped for performance-enhancing drugs, hence the reason why track stars in food with her and her masculine nature. She's masculine. Lolo's masculine. In the clip that I showed you, not one time did you see her in a dress. She wasn't competing. She had toe-up pants. She the homeboy. Lolo is the homie. And why she just got through complaining. So you got to read between the lines. When she was talking in that article, she said, I was dating a dude for 8 months. My heart couldn't take it anymore. He kept talking about marriage and kids, but kept putting me in the friend zone. Well, first of all, beloved, that's where you go when you're not giving up the panty draws. You go in the friend zone. He know he not going to get that from you. But that doesn't mean that he's not looking to choose you as a wife. Because that's on your table, ain't it? Not having no sex, that's already the thing That's already the thing to do. So why we worried about it? Why we worried about the friend zone or not? The friend zone is where you go when we not having no sex. But what it doesn't mean is that he's not interested in looking at you. Thank you, Miss Celine said Lolo shows even virgins have flaws. And see, I'm glad you said that, Miss Celine, because it's not about her being a virgin. Her being a virgin is a byproduct, not of her value system, but of her masculinity. Because if it was only a byproduct of her value system, she'd have went and got a husband. One of those men that were trying to choose her as a wife, she would have allowed herself to be chosen by that man, career or not. And she'd have had her kids, and she'd have been with her husband. So she's not a virgin because she's sticking so closely to her guns and her value system. Now she ain't got no choice. See, now she don't got no choice. You better keep that underwear pulled up tight. Keep that chastity belt locked. Just keep it locked. Just keep it. Just keep it. Thank you, Timothy Blewett said, quite sure Lolo have been approached by men. However, she probably rejected them in search of Mr. Perfect. Kay Samuels was right. Thank you again, Sarisa, 40-year-old virgin. Two straight to DVD. You silly. Thank you, Wayne. Say happy Monday. I'm here learning from a beautiful woman I respect and want to teach me. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much for your contributions. I really appreciate it. The straddling of the fence between the two value systems is what's got her in this position. She masculine, y'all. See, Lolo wanna be a good girl she want that image of her, but she also wants to be engaged in the foolishness. If you go to her IG, she got thirst trap pictures up there. She's sitting with her leg, a sexy, the sexiest virgin you ever seen in your life. And I'm not saying virgins can't be sexy, but I'm saying she got that whole thing going on. I want to be in the spotlight. I want to have the attention. Thank you, Philip. I want to be in the spotlight. I want to have the attention. Thank you again, Cam. Say you always speak facts, even when the truth hurts. Thank you for being an earth angel. Thank you so much. I want to be part of it. I want to be looked at as a hot girl, even if I'm not necessarily having a hot girl summer. I kind of want you to see me as the girl that could have had a hot girl summer. You see what I'm saying? See, she got to do stuff like that because she's athletically built. She's kind of flat. And I'm not ragging on her. I'm just saying. Some men like that. Right? She want to be all on TV, all in the video. Okay? Dancing. On Dancing with the Stars. She's on, celebrity reality shows and blah, blah, blah. Instead of, okay, I'm 32. I really want a husband. I'm kind of semi-retired out of the Olympic thing. I'm trying to figure out, instead of trying to figure out how to get a husband, she was trying to figure out, how can I stay in the limelight? How can I stay a part of the foolishness? Have my toe in the foolishness a little bit. I kind of want to taste of the foolishness a little bit. This good girl, godly, Virgin Mary act, that get tired. Okay? That holier than thou, I'm just asking the Lord for my husband. See, that get tired. I want a little bit of both. I want to keep putting my career ahead of everything. Talking about I should have froze my eggs in my 30s. No, you should have stopped being masculine in your 30s. See, she's the type of chick. The reason, I'm going to tell you what really went on with that guy that she had to drop after 8 months. He was spending that 8 months trying to see if he could undo 20 or so years of that masculine energy. She liked to dictate stuff. She competitive. She want to compete with that guy. She want to show him that I can do all of this other stuff instead of showing him I can be a wife, or I'm willing to learn it how to be your wife. I'm a clean slate, quote unquote. I'm willing to learn how to be your wife. Teach me what you need out of a woman, and I will do my best to do that. That's what I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you how I can just be your arm candy. He know that. That's why he talking to you, because he thought you was pretty. He talking to you because he like how you look in the little slinky dress. He like all of that. That's fine. Like, that's awesome. But at the same time, what can you do for me in a relationship as a wife? You don't have this experience. You've never had that experience before. And what it was is he found out why no man had chosen her. He found it out. She called herself, I dumped him. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. He told her, you're not worthy, and you're not ready. You just cultivated the wrong skill sets in your life. You didn't cultivate your femininity. So you can't be my wife, because it's too much of an uphill battle for me as a man, and you're almost 40. See, I'll do a little bit more of that challenge for you in your 20s. I'll do more for it in your 30s, and you had a husband before. Because at least that let me know that at some point in your life, you were under the 4 P's and the leadership of a man. And you did some stuff right. Maybe you did some stuff wrong, but you've at least got a reference point for this stuff. But you got too much work. You got too much at this age, and you are unwilling to let it go. You are unable to let it go. You can't change. You can't switch your mind around. You can't put yourself in the mental space and in the emotional space that I need you to be in, because I'm looking for a wife. And I'm trying to give you the opportunity, because you say you ain't been with no men. Because I know that if I take you around a circle, I know they ain't hit that. So I'm not in bed. You got 1 or 2 checks that you hit off, but it's other boxes that you simply are not checking. Thank you, Miss C. Thank you so much, sweetheart. So the fact that she's flaunting and withholding her body at the same time shows her virginity isn't rooted in her spiritual value, or else it would have been coupled with modesty. Exactly. That's 100%. That's 100% on point, see? It wasn't in her spiritual value. See, she thought that was a card I can hold to make men want me and choose me, and I can just, whenever I'm ready, the men will just fall into my lap. I'll just be able to close my eyes and pick one, and he'll be Prince Charming, and then he'll sweep me off my feet, and then we'll be married, and then we'll have kids. No. See, straddling the fence. with the value system, straddling the fence with whether or not I'm going to be kind of for these streets or I'm going to be a wife. Okay, I spent my 20s, or most of my 20s, from my teens to like my mid-20s, doing the whole Olympic thing. It was awesome. It was an awesome experience. Now I want a husband. She didn't learn her lesson because she's in that article talking about how women can freeze their eggs earlier instead of saying, don't follow my footsteps. I was masculine. No accountability for none of this. It's all the men's fault that they didn't want her. It's all the men's fault. She couldn't be bothered with the men that were trying to choose her. She couldn't be bothered with the men. She couldn't be bothered with them men. She wanted to be part of the independent, strong, I can do my career, I can have it all. She was that. That's not traditional. That's modern woman feminist BS. She just withheld the kitty cat. That's all. That's the only difference. And she want men to take her seriously for spiritual value and that she's this good, wholesome girl. But men see the inside of you. When you have a masculine man that is interested in you, you want him, he wants you, blah, 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 blah. Y'all are trying to get a relationship. Women think men are stupid. And they're not. They see you. And I'm saying, I'm taking her at face value. But listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to be real. Y'all want me to be real today? Do y'all want me to be real? I'm going to break something down real to y'all today. Today, I'm going to break something down real to y'all. Just because you are a virgin don't mean your kitty ain't hot. I was a hot virgin. I had never had no man to touch me, and I was hot as a firecracker. Constantly thinking about the sex I had never had. I was hot. A hot in the tail virgin. I just hadn't done it. Just because you're a virgin don't mean you ain't hot in the tail. She hot in the tail. That's why her Instagram look like that. She's studying a tight, because she want a man to see that part of her. She want a man to see the inner 304. I told y'all about 3 years ago that every woman has an internal whore. Every last one of them. The only difference between the women is the ones who want to be that way for their husbands specifically, or the ones who are out here for the streets because she want to do that with every man. But make no mistake, every woman got an internal whore. She want to be smutted. She want to feel that man's masculinity. She want to be dominated. She want all that. She want all that. Like I said, and I'm going to say it again. Thank you, Black Thought. Said feminism told her she could have it all. End result. Exactly. Listen. The only difference between a lioness and a hyena in that instance, in this regard, is the lioness is only going to go to her husband for this. The hyena go to everybody for this. That's the difference. For being for the street not for the street. And that's just the reality of female sexual nature. That's just the reality of that. It is what it is. And she want a man to see her as both this version of, oh, I don't think like that. I don't want that. But she really want him to look deep inside of her and other things deep inside of her to know that and to cater to it. I bet you she got some type of hang up sexually. She got some type of hang up. It's something. It's not just spiritual in the Lord. It's not. Thank you again, dear Philip. Thank you, Philip J. It's something else too. It's something. She probably scared of it now. The other thing about Lolo is that because she straddles the fence of the value systems, she doesn't know who she is. Lolo doesn't know who she is. Lolo doesn't understand who she is as a person. She has not accepted who she is. She has not accepted them parts of herself. But she want a man to accept it and make it okay and make her feel okay and make her feel whole and all that type of stuff. No. And that's not the way it goes. See, this is what you get when you are in the limbo of, I want to be part of the foolishness and the lost value system. I want to be part of the 10 life values. I want to be feminine and a good girl, and I want everybody to see me as having this clean and wholesome image. And then I kind of want to be a 304 because inside I'm really a 304, and I really want somebody to smut me out so bad. But I don't want you to see me like that. I don't want you to see me and think poorly of me and think, you know what I'm saying? Like, because what I want to show y'all is like, see, I'm not like these other girls. But you are. Thank you, Mr. Rail. So many women struggle with masculine energy and feminine energy. I've had my own struggles with it. Thank you so much, Change for Life, Sahara Truth today. Thank you. Thank you. I've had my struggles with it for various reasons. Women, especially black women, have issues going into masculine energy. What we don't understand is that there is a space where women are to be masculine. Sometimes you have a job that is masculine. You're an officer, or you're in sales, or you're in places where you have to be aggressive, you have to be assertive, you can't let your emotions take over and all of this other type of stuff. And you do that. But where we trip up at, where we mess up, is that we don't know how to get out of that masculine energy into our feminine energy, so that we can carry on, we can carry children, we can carry relationships with our men. That's why dudes be like, don't work, because you don't know how to be masculine when you need to be and hold that energy. And when you come here, I don't want to hear the bass in your voice. I don't want you know what I'm saying, what's good? I don't need you doing that. I'm good. If you don't mind, I got the masculine energy in a relationship. Thank you. Look cute, Mr. Sir. You a cute little fine little dude, aren't you? Stop it. Knock it off. Thank you so much, Rome. And thank you again, Norin. So what I want, this is for the ladies. I have something that I want to read to you, and you all may backtrack this and copy it down, on the replay, so that you guys can write down what I say. This is something that I want to share with all of the women here. This for me, and it is also for you, okay? This is for all of us, because lionesses have to remember, even when we are doing things or we're in spaces in our lives where we have to take on masculine energy, we have to be able to come into feminine energy again. Okay? Y'all ready? The ladies ready? Okay. This is what we need to say to when we're dealing with our masculine energy at work and these things, but we need to come back to our feminine energy in life. Here we go. My ode to femininity. I am feminine. I am beautiful. I am nurturing. I am soft and warm. I understand that my femininity is something to be cherished. When I am flowing in my feminine energy, I flourish. I love serving my mate. My greatest joy is creating a peaceful home with bliss, away from the stress of the world, for my mate and our family. I love caring for our home, cooking healthy meals with fresh herbs and food from our garden. I delight in dressing up and being sensual for my mate, relishing his chase and submitting to him completely. I love to be made love to anywhere, anytime. Takes me on another dimension in life as was never experienced before. I love love. I love sex and our most intimate moments. Serving my mate in our life and business creates the highest high, satisfied spirit and sense of fulfillment. As a social woman, I enjoy creating and nurturing friendships and connections, which creates sparks in me, ignites my soul, all while inspiring others. My emotions are stirred every time I see my mate and I see the progress in our family as we feel love together. I am powerful and command a room when I walk in it with the highest level of class and grace. The way I move and act is a representation of my mate and our values, what we believe, and the world marvels after it. I dress in a classic and classy manner, always presenting myself with humility and confidence, makes me feel and look beautiful and elegant. My hair is beautiful and frames my face for even more beauty with delicateness. My mate loves the way my nails are groomed, and I feel so polished always. The tone and texture of my voice create a lasting impression in my home and on the world. I understand my power as a feminine woman, and I use it to serve my mate. Everyone gets connected to me by how I look, speak, and how I carry myself with grace. I make others feel beautiful and encouraged about life and themselves. My greatest gift is that I have covering, I have peace, I have support, and I get to create the best version of myself. I exude excellence for my mate and family. I support my mate completely. I am a powerful feminine woman who is soft, loving, gentle, compassionate, a good listener, passionate, nurturer who is kind and caring, and put my mate before myself. I absolutely love love, and my life is complete with my mate. Now, For all of the ladies in the chat, if you wish, thank you, Eric P. Please go back if you wish to write that down. You want to make a sound clip out of it. You want to keep it somehow. I definitely recommend it. It's something that helps us get back into our feminine energy when we have taken on masculine energy in the times that we need to, or even in times where we didn't really realize that we were in our masculine energy and we need to come back. Okay? So this definitely helps us pull back, reflect on our femininity, and present that to ourselves, to our husbands, to our families, to the world at large. It's very beautiful, very beautiful. I love that. And I hope that every lady in here loved that. Guys, if you want to send that to a woman in your life, please, I would encourage you to do that. And thank you for that. Okay. So on that note, before we wrap it up, I still want to bring everyone's attention to the Black Lives Matter organization, the petition that we have against them. And the reason that we have this petition is because as a community, thank you, Keith, as a community, we have to be the ones to tell them that it was not okay for us to donate $90 million of our very hard-earned money, especially during a pandemic, to give it to them because we believed in their message, we believed in what they said that they were about, and they did not uphold that, and it is very egregious. So we are the ones that have to hold them accountable. We can't wait for other entities or organizations to do so, or other communities to do so, because they aren't going to do it. So if you want to be part of holding the Black Lives Matter organization accountable for this, the link to that is in the chat, and it is also in the description box, okay? With that being said, this wonderful, informative show was brought to you by A-Game. 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 Right? A-Game, right? Because the ladies got to be on their A-game. And part of us being on our A-game is to make sure that the men in our lives are on their A-game, that they are on their health journey. Either they're starting it or they're continuing it or taking it to another level. A-game is a 100% natural male. Thank you, Courtney. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? Thank you so much. That awesome show. Thank you. This is the #1 product that is an herbal solution for men. And what it does is it increases the blood flow in a man's body, which improves his vitality, his energy, his strength, and his libido. So all these areas where men are improved by something that has 21 herbs, no artificial ingredients, no inactive ingredients, nothing like that, no caffeines and sugars, etc., etc. Just the herbs, just natural. And if you want to become part of the A-Game family, all you have to do is hit the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com, and don't forget to get a 10% discount using the code Kendra10. Okay, and you can have this box of awesomeness coming to you ASAP. I want to thank everyone for their very generous contributions through Super Chat, through PayPal, through Cash App. Everyone for their likes, for their attendance, and last but not least, I want to thank my support team, without which this show and all of my shows are not possible. So thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next